All right, you ready, Monkey?
E. E.
Here we go. The first one on the board is Jack and the Cuckoo-Clock Heart.
Okay. So, this is truly a work of art. I don't normally like romances, but like it is very romantic, very amazing. Um, I want to sum it up for you guys because I took the time to watch the movie before. So it starts out where this woman gives birth on the coldest day on Earth, and the child was born with a frozen heart. It's like you can't survive if one of your vital organs are frozen. So Madeline, the amazing midwife, gives him a heart that's a cuckoo clock heart, or that is a cuckoo clock. So when he turns 10, he is promised to go outside. And like apparently she promises this every year, but this year actually gets to. Goes outside and he's like in wonderment and he doesn't listen to Madeline because he has 3 rules. Never supposed to touch the hands of his heart, never supposed to lose his temper, and he's never supposed to fall in love. He runs off without Madeline and go and finds like the center of the town. In that center is a little singer. Singer is Miss Acacia, which we don't learn until her name until later. Acacia is singing, and they sing together, and Jack falls in love. Madeline is like, just told you, don't fucking fall in love. You're gonna break your heart. In less than a metaphorical sense, your heart is literally going to break. And then Jack like tore clothes, so he has this piece of clothing with him. And he convinces Madeline to go to school because Acacia is in a school uniform. This is where he meets Joe, who is an asshole, bullies him constantly. And he also learns that Miss Acacia had to flee. She flees to a freak show, and 14 years pass by. Jack and Joe get into a fight. Jack's cuckoo clock versus Joe's eye, and Jack is forced to go to the freak show that Miss Acacia is in. He also meets one that I cannot fucking remember the name of for my life, and the rest I don't want to ruin, and it was amazing. And my favorite lines from this movie is, do you really want to travel with a magician on the nerve of a nervous breakdown on your quest for love? I would love to travel with a magician on the nerve of a nervous breakdown on my quest for love. Oh, then I'm your guy. Let me get some tricks in my bag, then inwards and onwards. Love this show so much. It is, ending is kind of ominous though, and I didn't realize the ending ended how it did until like ended. I watched it like the 5th time and I was with someone and they just looked at me and they're like, what just happened to the ending? And I'm like, ending? And they're like, the main character so and so happened, and I'm like, oh, did happen. I really like this show. It's my favorite, or not show, this movie. It's my favorite movie ever. Voice acting it kind of sucks.
But you can really recount it. That's amazing. That's amazing.
You go on and on about this movie.
Do you want more to share about this movie? You got 2 others though.
I have 2 others, so I'm trying not to like completely extend it.
All right, folks.
I also don't want to accidentally spoil the endings.
Yes. All right, folks. We have the full rundown of this movie right here. So, without spoiling anything, I hope you check it out because it's one of her absolute favorites. She may not be the biggest fan of the acting, but it means a lot to her. So, thank you for this. Thank you. Give a proper cheer for Jack and the Cuckoo-Clock Heart. Give it to And with that, we'll move on to the next one. Monkey has 3 to celebrate. 3 to celebrate. Here's the next one. All
Want to
right,
know
go
something
ahead.
funny about this one?
Mummy, I'm a zombie. Here we go.
Do you want to know something funny about this one?
Go for it.
It's a sequel, and I've never watched the first movie. I've only watched the second one.
Wait, this is the first movie, not the sequel? The one you want to talk about was the sequel?
This is the sequel, and I've never watched the first movie.
Oh, gosh.
It's Daddy, I'm a Zombie, then Mummy, I'm a Zombie. So I watched this movie thinking it was a singular movie. Really, there was a whole other movie that was connected to it. It was really funny. I realized. I looked it up years later, and I'm like, what the hell is Daddy, I'm a Zombie? Then I looked at it, and I'm like, I think I should have watched this one first. And I still have yet to watch Daddy, I'm a Zombie. Anyways, Mummy, I'm a Zombie is amazing. My favorite lines is, Azoth! They say that like every 2 seconds in this show, because that heart pendant that the main character is holding, the Azoth. It's very powerful. All the zombies like worship it. She's the holder of the Azoth. And so like every time she takes the Azoth out, everyone's just like, the Azoth! And in the beginning of the thing, it starts out in the mortal realm. And she is living her life at school. And she wants to throw this party for Halloween because Halloween is coming up quick. It's like in a week. She suddenly became popular, so now she wants to run for school president, you know? The stuff that happens in teen movies. And she goes to sleep in her house because that's where people sleep. She wakes up in the middle of the night with like really bad pains in her stomach, and she screams for her dad, and they drive to the hospital. This is where the timeline gets like a little bumpy. So she apparently had a worm, and she got and stuff, and they got it out of her. And so this she was a zombie in the past movie and got revived. So two friends, Goner and Isis. She believes Goner and Isis are like imaginary, or at least she's never gonna see them again because she's mortal again. And she goes home, and her dad asks her, because they work at a because her dad works at a morgue. I forgot to mention that. But her dad works at a morgue, so she's like, hey, he's like, hey, I have paperwork. Can you go like do some touch-ups on this body for me? And the main character is like, yeah, I can do that. And when she goes to lift the thing that's covering the body, Sis pops out, and then she runs to the closet, and God pops out, and they're like, we have an issue. Big Bad is back. And the main character looks at the Azoth, and then Goner is like, wasn't it shiny before? And then they go to like this hippie dude that I think his name is Nigel. I don't really like him because he has no personality. He's just Nigel. He tells them that they need to find the 3 elements, and they find the 3 elements eventually after murders happen. Disclose characters. And I love this movie because the Azoth! This was the PowerPoint presentation. My sentence, the Azoth.
The Azoth. Oh, brilliant.
The Azoth.
Folks, another brilliant presentation for Mummy, I'm a Zombie. Give it up for Mummy, I'm a Zombie! Monkey, you are just grilling through these and giving out such fine details. I love it when someone can recite these very well. So this is awesome. Keep going. You ready for the third one?
Third one. Oh, the third one.
Boom.
So your screen share on Discord ended. I'm not sure if you know that.
I am so sorry. Let me do that right now.
Okay.
Let me bring that back for you.
So,
there you go.
I cannot memorize this name for the life of me because it's really big, even though it's like 3 or it's 4. I cannot remember which order the words are in. Princess Twins of Legendale. We've all heard the stories of the sun and moon. Like, you have day and you have night. They hate each other. That sums up a large amount of media. Princess Twins of Legendale is about a kingdom. It was once equally night and day. Their castles were united and everything. But the king and the princess night and the king of day, were arranged to get married. King of day was like, nah, I'm not gonna marry you. Marry Luna, who's this stupid little peasant girl. And he marries Luna. And of course, Doom is all pissed because, like, her kingdom, and he thinks he can marry a peasant girl and then still rule it. So she's like, no, fuck you, I'm leaving with my entire kingdom. And they act like she's this selfish bastard in this situation. No, she's not, because it's still her fucking kingdom. She still owns the night half, so she has the right to leave with it. So she's not an asshole quite yet. And so Luna and the king have 2 twins, Dawn and Eve, and I cannot remember for the life of me which one is night and day. It's night and one is day. And everyone's really happy. Everyone's like, they're going to unite the 2 kingdoms once again. Legends are awesome. And obviously, Doom doesn't want that because it's Doom's kingdom, and they keep trying to steal Doom's fucking kingdom. It's over, and she's like, I'm gonna steal the 2 babies and kill your wife. And then she kills the wife, accidentally leaves one of the babies, and steals the second one. So now the night baby is in Night Kingdom, and the day baby is in the Day Kingdom. The Day King was like, ah, fuck, my wife is gone, and my child is gone. I'm gonna hide this from my other child. So he locks everything that ever shown the Day Kingdom in the cellar. He makes his knights look for the missing daughter, and he bans anyone to talk about the Night Kingdom. Daughter is never found. So like, they're 14 because obviously the movies I like, the main characters are 14 for some reason. So the Day Princess is living her life. She really wants to know what's beyond the wall. Father like forbid anyone to talk about it. So she gets in a fight with her father and breaks into the dungeon and finds all the night stuff. She gets in another fight with her because father apparently. And so she gets locked in her room and she leaves because there's an open window in this house that, like, no one ever addresses. Is the reason why the princess breaks out constantly. No, that's always open. But anyways, she breaks out and she goes to the Night Kingdom, where Queen Doom is holding the second baby. Like, obviously the second baby is also 14 because they're twins. And Queen Doom is like, it's a Cinderella type thing. It's a stepmother. It's like a mix of Rapunzel and Cinderella for the Night Princess. So she always has to listen to Doom. She gets no, like, anything. So she makes friends with this guy who has a Pegasus that breaks into her house constantly. And there's just a giant window. The castles are symmetrical with each other because they were supposed to be one. So there's just a giant fucking window that the princesses keep escaping out of. No one ever addresses. So she sneaks out with Carlos. Carlos brings her back. Carlos finds Dawn. Finally remember the names. The Day Princess is Dawn. Night Princess is Eve. Carlos finds Dawn, and then he goes over to Eve, and he's like, yo, you have to meet Dawn. And Eve is like, no, she's evil. I'm gonna go tell Doom where you live. And then Carlos gets all mad, and then a bunch of plot stuff that I don't want to tell you because of spoilers, and Night and Day is restored. This movie is awesome because it's night day. I also like this is the backbone of everything in my mind, to be honest. It looks like it's animated with very old wizarding show, or not show, game, but it's still awesome.
Was that the presentation? I'm sorry. I'm just listening. I'm just listening, monkey is all.
I still think that Doom shouldn't have been made out to be the villain immediately. They should have waited until they revealed that Doom was an asshole to Eve. Realistically, Kingdom was not united anymore. Like, he decided not to marry Doom, so therefore Doom is the ruler of her own kingdom and gets to decide choices for them. She decided that it would be best if they separated from the Day Kingdom. From that point on, the entire story was like Doom is an asshole, when Doom was really revealed to be an asshole when she was being a dick to the child.
I see.
I'm just mad that they were so mean to Doom so early on.
Aw, poor Doom.
Yeah.
But all the same, this is another work that you enjoy.
Yes, this is awesome.
All right, well, give it up for the princess.
Funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it?
I want to say one more thing about it.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
There's one funny thing. I multiple times thought this movie was a fever dream that I had.
Really?
I would be like, oh my god, the spider chick in my dream was really scary, because Doom turns into a spider really early on in the movie. Then, tell my family about it, because it's my family knew about it too, and they're like, that wasn't a dream. We own the movie. And I'm like, oh, we own the movie?
Wow. So I think it's always good when a dream you think you have is confirmed to be reality. That must have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, there you go, folks. The Princess Twins of Legendale. Give it up for this one. Sorry, Doom, but hey, Monkey remembers you, and you were not just a fever dream. So